Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here. And to the live stream today, we're talking about the greatest topic. If you don't know already, September is dedicated to learning. The kids are back to school, and that means for me as a travel industry expert and coach, I am focusing on what you should be learning to grow your travel businesses. So last week we did part 1 of this series, and you can still watch today and then go back and watch last week, but we really broke the topics down. But this week we're going to be talking about travel business learning plans. So part 2, if you want to learn what you need to do as a business owner. Last week we discussed what do you need to do to become a great travel agent, but now that you're a great travel agent, or once you are a great travel agent, what do you need to specifically do as a business owner? What do you need to learn to grow on that part of your job? And then I'm going to cover, we're really doing a deep dive. I'm going to go through 9 critical things that you should be focused on learning to thrive in this industry. And if you want to just have coffee and talk travel, then keep on watching. That's what we're talking about today. All right, guys, don't forget to take a moment to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell over on YouTube. We put out extra content every single week. We put multiple videos out to help you grow and thrive in your travel business, and I don't want you to miss a thing, so make sure you do that. And if you are new here, please type in "I'm new" in comments, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or on our Roku channel, or any of the places. And if you are new, you might not know me. My name is Cyndi Williams. I've been in the travel industry over 27 years now, and I teach people just like you how to launch, grow, and supersize their travel businesses all over the world. I own and operate my own award-winning travel agency, but I'm best known for being the CEO of Careers on Vacation. So I'm so excited that you're here today. We're really going to dive in, and we're going to be discussing how do you create a business learning plan, part 2. Remember, we had the other series last week. It's over on YouTube. You can check it out over there. But this week, we're really focusing on that business owner side of what you need to do, right? So, and I'm also taking a poll today. I want to know, have you had your pumpkin spice latte yet? Starbucks is releasing it. I know that's super random, but I'm just like curious. Put it in comments below. Yes, like no, Cyndi, I'm not having pumpkin spice latte yet. Or yes, absolutely, I've already been in line, already had my first one. I'm going today. I have actually not had mine yet, but I'm going to, so I'm so excited. All right, so let's dive into this information, guys. A lot of times I get the question like, why can't I just be a great travel agent? That's awesome if you're a great travel agent. You can be a great travel agent, but if you don't have people buying the things that you want to sell, you're not going to make any money. So that's the why. If you are choosing to be a home-based travel agent, you need to know how to do these business side things, right? I always say that you have 2 hats. When I train my clients in my Careers on Vacation program, I say, guys, you have 2 hats. One is learning how to be an exceptional travel agent, well-skilled travel agent. The other thing is you need to learn how to run an online business. That's really what you're doing. If you marry those 2 together successfully, you will have a ton of success in this industry, right? Because once you know how to drive the clients, drive that traffic to your front door, and you're a great travel agent, everything's going to work out beautifully. But so many times people don't focus on the business side of things that they need to learn and really dive deep on. And that's where they get frustrated, right? I'm a great travel agent. I learned all these things. I took all these supplier trainings. Like I know everything there is to know about the destinations that I sell, but who do I sell? Like where do I sell this stuff, right? So that's what we're really going to focus on. And understanding your job is to generate leads. Like when I started in the 90s, yeah, you could work for a mom and pop. You could work for a call center that would drive leads to you, lead after lead after lead. But in today's marketplace, that is your job. So you have to let that settle in your soul in a big place. Like you have to be willing to do that side of the work, especially if you want, if you want to run this as a hobby business, do it for friends and family, do it for your own travel. There's no judgment. That's how a lot of agencies start. A lot of people just like to have what they call that side hustle. Nothing wrong with that, of course. But if you are really trying to have this entire lifestyle where travel feeds your family, right? Like this is your career and you want to travel, you want to take your business around the world, or you want to retire yourself out of whatever you're doing now that you don't like anymore, you got to dive in and really do this stuff if you want to make it a serious endeavor. So The other thing is the biggest gap I see in our industry, because I've owned other businesses. I haven't just done travel in my lifetime. And I learned some really valuable lessons from having those other businesses about how things like marketing funnels, serious marketing works. I worked for a marketing company that was also a travel company. So really got an inside scoop on how the big guys market, and really, scoping that down to how can we integrate some of those marketing systems and processes so you can be the most successful home-based travel agent or travel agency owner in the world, right? That's the goal. So, but understanding, like when I look at our industry and the other businesses that I've been a part of, our industry is so far behind with understanding you have to market. It is a lifeblood of your business. I've seen cleaning companies and plumbing services and restaurants that do better marketing than the average home-based travel agent. Part of that is you just don't know how, right? Like none of us were born a marketer, so don't feel bad about that. But when I look at our industry as a whole, and like all of the education and learning and training that's out there, marketing is always like that big gap. Like people just don't know how to do it. So, and I also love marketing because I know marketing equals profits, right? So, I want to challenge you to get away from what I call the Tupperware approach. Nothing wrong with Tupperware. I grew up on Tupperware. My mom sold Tupperware, but think about the mentality of that, right? Like, oh, I'm going to sell it to my friends and family, and then let's see if they have friends and family. It's that referral-based model that takes forever. It does work, but it takes forever, right? So for those of you who are like impatient like I am, and you're like, I want a marketing system, or how do I get leads tomorrow, or how do I make my phone ring? There are a ton of things that you guys can be doing. So, but you have to get out of that mindset of the only way to do it is that Tupperware approach, right? That's not the case. There's a lot of amazing marketing strategies you can plug in. And if you're really smart, I always talk about with my clients having a multifaceted marketing engine. That way your marketing machine is delivering leads from different places. So if Facebook changes a rule or Instagram changes something, or if your email list gets flagged or something like that, you have multiple channels of marketing that are sending you clients. So anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to get into some of this as well. But what I want to stress at the beginning of this is you have to understand that working on your business, on this businessy stuff, is part of your job. So repeat after me. Leads equal profit. Leads equal profit, right? That's what our whole goal is. So we're going to talk about a learning plan for what you need to do for business execution. By the way, if you're brand new and you're like, Cyndi, you're way over my head right now. What are you talking about? I'm just thinking about being a travel agent. I want to tell you about my free masterclass, The 5 Shifts to a 6-Figure Travel Business and Beyond. We focus on 6-figure growth at Careers on Vacation, but this is a totally free class because I get hundreds of questions every week on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all the places, right? Cyndi, how do I do this? Is it for me? Should I be a travel agent? I don't know you personally, but what I did is I created this amazing class so you can ask yourself the questions on, am I willing to do this? Here's the different ways to get into the industry. And also a lot of education to avoid bad stuff that's in the industry. So definitely check that out if you're new. A lot of my top performing $1 million agencies started right there in that masterclass. So that's a great place to start. So let's dive into the first piece. What are the things you have to consider as you're building this part 2 of your learning plan, right? Last week we talked about everything you need to learn to be the type of travel agent you want to be. So now what things do I need to have in this learning plan? Now knowing, like what we just talked about, that part of your job is to be that business owner, right? Having those skills and those business skills, what needs to be actually on this learning plan? So I broke it into 9 different things. So the first piece is really setting your business up for long-term success. Even if you are brand new, or maybe I should say, especially if you're brand new, this is a big one where people will say, well, let me just dip my toe in. Let me just try this out. Let me just sign up with this place or that place, not knowing what they're getting into. There's a lot of good in our industry, and there's also some really bad stuff in our industry. So there's weird contracts that you can get into. You know, there's a lot of these MLM outfits where you can say, yeah, I'm a travel agent tomorrow. Sign up with us and pay this $70 a month. You're a travel agent tomorrow. But they'll fall flat in the learning department, or they're not really teaching you how to have a travel business. They're wanting you to go out and recruit. Those MLMs are more recruiting models. If you like to recruit, go for it. I mean, that's fine if you want to do that. But these videos and what my practice is focused on is the serious travel entrepreneur that's building their own business and eventually maybe even free of that hosting environment altogether. And MLMs is not the only option if you're new. Again, watch the masterclass, you'll see all the other options. But what I want you to think about on number one is, am I setting myself up for long-term success? The decisions that you make in the onset part of your business, how do I want to set up? What type do I want to host? Do I not want to host? Do I want to be independent? What experience do I have? If I sign up with this, is it easy to get out of? Am I locked into contracts? Is there a non-compete clause? All of the things that you have to consider at the beginning, you need to take a beat and slow down. I know you're super excited about being a travel agent. Everybody that comes in with the stars in their eyes and, Cyndi, I want to have the life that you have. I want to give you the life that I have. That's why I do all these educational videos for free. But slow down and make a good choice at the beginning. This is one of those things that can make or break you. It's one of those things that can end up with you being frustrated and ready to quit. If you have that real passion and joy for travel, picking the right thing at the beginning is important. So take time and set your business up for long-term success. When we work with clients at Careers on Vacation, we don't just focus on what's going to happen in the next year. We say what's going to happen in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. So understanding the decisions you make during setup phase of your business, and trust me, half of our clients are brand new to the industry and they're like, just show me how to do it the right way from the beginning. The other half are people that tried all these different methods or tried to duct tape stuff together, or maybe they tried bad stuff or they tried good stuff, but it didn't work when it fell through on the other stuff. They come to us and we have to redo everything. It's way harder to redo everything than it is to just do it right from the beginning. So take a beat, give yourself a pause. Your desire to do this is not going to go away, but making a quick reactionary decision is not always the best. So take time, review any contract that you're signing, all of those pieces, make sure you're vetting. So that's number one, set your business up for long-term success. The second thing you want to set up, or the second thing you want to think about on your learning plan is, how am I going to approach brand awareness, right? This is one of those things, well, I'll get a logo and I'll do this. That's not exactly brand awareness. Those are things that are in the process, getting the right logo, getting the right feel, getting the right fonts, the right colors, all those pieces. But then from there, what is your company messaging going to look like? Well, who are the clients you're trying to attract? What are you going to sell? Is what you're going to put together going to resonate with the clients that you're trying to attract? So when I talk about brand awareness and it sounds like, oh, just get a branding package. That's the first part, yes. But you really want to think about, how do I evolve my brand awareness as I grow my company? That's the second thing that you want to spend some time on, because remember, the rule of marketing is people need to see you 7 times before they are ever going to take an action and before you can ever start that process of getting them to know, like, and trust you. What video are you guys on, right? On the Cyndi Williams channel. You might be on video 1, you might be on video 300. We have hundreds of videos out there at this point. But thinking about, what does your brand say? What does it communicate? And then how do you like put that in the lifeblood of your company and everything that you put out there? So brand awareness is a bigger concept than a lot of people realize. They say, well, why isn't it working? I got a pretty logo, I got a whatever. So just take a beat and understand, do some research on brand awareness. The next one is marketing. Oh my gosh, if I had like 5 years, I could train you everything on marketing. But here's the thing. You have to adopt marketing as part of a key function in your business from this day forward. If you are not marketing, you are moving backwards in your business. There's no standing still in business. There's either moving forward or there's going backwards. So understanding marketing will always be a part of your job. And this is one of those things that, with Careers on Vacation, the evolutions of our program when we started years and years ago, I can't tell you how many times the marketing modules have been updated. This is something that our grads enjoy, right? Because they do our program, even if they did it 5 years ago, if they have our membership site, they're able to go, what's new on Facebook? What's new on TikTok? Or what was TikTok? TikTok wasn't even a thing 5 years ago, right? So, but it's understanding that you have to stay on top of marketing. not just knowing the platforms to market on, but what are the specific strategies that are working in the email world and the social world and the video world, right? I've been training video before it was cool, before the pandemic made everybody force them into video, right? We've been using video strategy for years, but what's working in video today? So not the two things with marketing. The first is you have to dedicate yourself to becoming a great marketer. And the second piece is understand it will be continual learning. This will be something that is on your learning plan every single year. I have a budget every single year for myself because I'm not just a marketer for my travel agent. I am a marketer that teaches thousands of travel agents all over the world how to be better marketers in our industry. So I have to be at the top of my game. So I go to conferences. I have a $30,000 education budget for myself. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And trust me, I started with a $50 budget. So, go crazy in comments. But the point is, at the level that I am today, it's my job to make sure you know what you need to do. And if you're a client of mine, giving you those secret strategies of what's working is really important. So even if your budget is only $500 this year, whatever you can afford, that's fine. But know that marketing is one of those things that's going to be on there year in and year out, tried and true. Marketing's never going away because that's, what did we say earlier? Leads equal profit. So marketing is what will get you guys the most leads if you have a really strong marketing machine. Okay, enough about marketing. Like I said, that's going to be the longest point for sure. The next thing you really want to think about is, as you build your business and on your learning plan, is how do you develop a recurring business model? This has always been an important part of our programs at Careers on Vacation, but this year in particular, because we are in this, pandemic environment, it's a real opportunity. And when I say real opportunity, it's people have needed travel agents more in the past year, right? As everything was changing, we're navigating all the changes and all the chaos and all the crazy. Everyone is talking about, all the major media outlets, use a travel agent. That's great. So what I say about that though is you can have one great year with that, with people coming to you, but the internet's, not going anywhere, right? People are going to they're going to forget about the hold times at Expedia. They're going to forget about all the wrong that was done to them, right? Like, it's going to get back to a normal state and it's going to normalize. But here's the power in this year and in this right now is if you know how to show clients what they have been missing and set up a recurring business model where you're cross-selling, upselling, you're doing all of the things that you should be doing so you are building business for years to come, that is the opportunity in this year that a lot of people are not recognizing. They're going, I'm booking all these trips and that's great, I'm so excited. That's awesome, but are you doing the things to set up a recurring business model? So you need to take time. If you're not going to take a program or you're not in Careers on Vacation, take time to research what are recurring business model strategies. What do I need to set up in business? What are the things that I can do? Because right now we are building business out for the next 10 years based on all of the new clients that are coming to us, based on our regular client base that is re-engaging us, but also using us for every single trip, not just the big ones anymore. So really understanding the power in this year, that's kind of one where it's like you have to do the learning a little bit faster if you're going to take advantage of what's going on right now. But that's something that should always be, because having a sale, it's way harder to get a brand new lead to know, like, and trust you than it is just to do business for the people that already know, like, and trust you, and rinse and repeat. So, all right, enough about that. We got a lot of content to get through today. All right, next one is upselling and cross-selling. What models do you have in place to upsell and cross-sell to your existing database that you've built? Maybe you don't have a database. That's okay. That's totally fine. By the way, as we go here, guys, if you have questions, I'm going to go at the end of this session. I'm going to answer any questions you have in the chat box. So feel free to ask away. But having an upsell and cross-sell model in place, it's the same work, but extra money for your business. So it helps your company become more profitable. So definitely make sure that's on your learning plan or that you're thinking about mapping that out. The next one is, are you insuring and protecting your business? What is your liability if you are in this industry? Are you protecting your business? Are you working with the right people? Do you have a CPA? Do you have a legal professional? Are you doing the things that you need to do to protect your business? So I always have that one on there. We always do a check-in on that. on an annual basis. We do work with a legal professional. We do have a CPA, and we've had lots and lots of businesses, so we know things that can go wrong. We know how if you do the right things up front, it makes everything seamless, and that's a beautiful thing. And checking in on that on an annual basis is really good too. The next thing you really need to do some learning on, and this is another one that's a big gap, probably the biggest gap after marketing, that I was shocked when I started, running Careers on Vacation and really digging into people's businesses and figuring out what they were doing right, where they had a lot of opportunities. Nobody's looking at their numbers. Not nobody, but this is one of those things where like you can't run a business unless you know your numbers. What are your key performance indicators? And KPIs is what we call them in Careers on Vacation. But how many leads do you have coming in? What are you converting? What is your cost per conversion? What's your cost per lead? What's your cost per acquisition? Knowing how to make good decisions in your business will save you so much time, energy, and money. And the only way you can make good decisions is if you know what's happening in your business. So understanding what analytics should I be measuring? What things should I be measuring in my business? What should I be looking at to discover, is my business healthy? What are my areas for opportunity? So you need to know those things. I told you guys this was a deep dive. Please don't tune out. I can feel your eyes glazing over. So I'm going to take a drink real quick. Let's take a art break. How pretty is this cup? Starbucks. So cute. It's water though. It's not the pumpkin spice latte. If you're just tuning in, we're taking a poll. Have you had your pumpkin spice latte yet? Tell me in comments. All right, so we just talked about analytics. The next thing that can really help you expand your business, not just from a profit perspective, or this is really threefold. Automation is what I'm going to talk about. Automation helps you do a better job for your clients, which is the number one reason you should do it. The second thing is it will make you more profitable because you can do more with less time. And the third thing, and most personally rewarding for me, is it gives you your life back. I don't work with people that are just struggling to get leads. I also work with people that have too many leads coming in and they're like, Cyndi, my problem is not leads. I'm a great marketer. I'm a great agent, but like, how do I fix my business so I can get my life back? Like, I'm not going to bed till 11 o'clock at night. I'm working 14 hours a day. I can't breathe. I'm just like, I'm burning out, right? So having proper automation in your business from day one is super helpful. And as you grow and as you get to each level of your business, when you're a super agent, and then when you start to bring on team members, and then when you get to super agency size, there's different levels of automation that really can help you get your life back. Oh my God. And just speaking of personal, experience, this month alone, we've had so many crazy things happen in our business. We had a couple of people that had personal things that just happened that were totally unavoidable. And we had just weird things that popped up in the business where it took people out of the business for a short amount of time. But because our automation is so good, nothing missed a beat. Because we have redundancies in our business, nothing misses a beat. My dad 2 years ago had a pacemaker put in. I had to take myself out of my business for an entire month, but we had one of our best sales months ever that year because the automation was still working behind the scenes. My agents were still selling. All of the things were still happening, even though my mind and body was not in the business for that 4 weeks that I had to be at the hospital every day and doing all of those things. That is what automation does for you. It allows you to live again and breathe again, do all of those. So automation is another one that should be on your learning plan. And the last one is vision and execution on growth. This is something that I do every single year. I block some time every single year I block some time every single month, and then I block a big amount of time at the end of the year where that's my work on my business, see how we did, look at those KPIs, reset the vision, adjust initiatives that we have going on, but making sure that you know how to be a good business planner so you can plan not just for short-term growth or for the next year that's coming, but where do I want to be in 3 years? Where do I want to be in 5 years? 3 years ago, I put this huge goal right over here on this whiteboard. You can't see it, but it's on a whiteboard over here, that I wanted to hit a certain revenue level. And every month, every day, for 3 years, I worked on that goal and we hit it last month. And I was like, I'm just going to give myself some confetti a second because it was a huge goal, you guys. And it's one of those things where I planned for that 3 years ago. And I worked and I worked and I worked and we hit it and now we're there. So what am I, and I already have goals set up for the next 3 years, the next 5 years, the next 10 years, right? So understanding how to map out those strategies is also something that should be on your learning plan. All right, I'm going to hop over to comments in just a second, but I hope that these 9 things are helpful for you guys. I want to remind everything that travel is back, you guys. And, consumers are looking for travel advisors and travel agents that are skilled, ideally certified, that are confident, that are presenting themselves as experts in the field. Even if you are new, those are things that you can do. The other thing I want you to really understand is how to reach those clients, knowing how to reach those clients this year in particular. Like I talked about earlier, it is a huge business building year. If you know how to get those leads, getting them in your camp, making those clients, those potential clients that you're going to warm up and they're going to get to know, like, and trust you, turning it into a recurring business model for years to come. This year is a huge business building year. Those of you who have been sitting back going, I'm going to wait till this pandemic is over, I'm going to tell you now, you're making a mistake. I said at the beginning of the pandemic, and go back and look at the comments, people said I was crazy and I shouldn't be doing watch lists and doing all these things. The minute travel turned on, our agency was booking like crazy because we never turned off our marketing. We didn't obviously sell during the pandemic, but we never stopped communicating with our audiences at the travel agency. And a lot of people thought my advice was crazy back then, and it wasn't crazy because I have the numbers to prove it. We have already hit our 7 figures for this year, you guys. That is insane. And here's the thing. People are going to think this advice is crazy, but it's not. Right now, people need you. Your job is harder right now. I get it. And a lot of people are sitting on the sidelines going, I'm going to wait till things normalize. Don't do that. You need to be shown. This is your opportunity to show consumers your value. Show them what you got. Make them customers for life. Like, this is a business building year. Like, we're growing so much this year and we're working with brand new clients. We have over 50,000 people in our current database where those are leads that we have generated through all of our marketing initiatives, right? So here, the thing about it is leads are up like crazy because travel is so hot right now. People need help right now. Now is your time to shine is what I'm getting at. So get off the sidelines, please. I beg you, especially those of you who are great travel agents. I know it's harder. You got to do it. Build your business. Stop waiting. Training is going to be the difference, guys, whether it's how to be a great TA or how to do these things in your business. If you want to take advantage of travel's return, if this is resonating with you and you're like, Cyndi, just show me how to do all of this stuff. This is a lot of content. It takes me 12 weeks to train you on everything that we talked about today. It's a lot, but I would love to invite you to learn a little bit more about our Careers on Vacation program. We will teach you how to monetize from day one, teach you how to position yourself as an expert. We'll teach you how to take advantage of travel's return and how to do all of the things that we talked about today. Understand your numbers, drive your business. So if that is resonating with you, make sure you check out Careers on Vacation. You can go over to our website, careersonvacation.com, and learn about our mastermind program. It's a 12-week program. The real big difference in our program, guys, is you get to work with human people. Yes, you get training. Yes, you get content, all of those things, of course. But the magic, the secret sauce of what my company does is everybody that works for me is in the travel industry. This is my team that got my business to multiple 7 figures. And this is the team that is going to help you launch, grow, and supersize as well. And we're so proud you guys have made us the #1 channel on YouTube for travel agent education. And we have the most case study reviews of any education company in the industry out there. So we're so excited about that. Go to careersonvacation.com/ready now if you just want to apply for the program. We do have a tiny wait list started. We have been so busy this year, guys, because the demand for new travel agents is insane. So I encourage you to do that. I'm going to pop over to questions and see if you guys have anything. Alma, good morning. Alma and Jen, you guys have to check them out on YouTube. They're super fun and having so much fun. They are recent graduates of my Careers on Vacation program. Emily, good morning. Emily and Karen are tuning in from Chicago. I'm not at the ASTA conference this year. We just had too many things going on with stuff here in Austin. We're building out our corporate offices, which is what I've been working on. And Emily and Karen are at booth 284. If you are in Chicago or you are at the ASA conference, make sure you stop by and say hello. They have a little prize for you. And if you are one of my clients or grads, you have an even better prize. And we're giving away a trip to Jamaica. So you can only register at the ASA conference. So stop by and say hello to Emily and Karen. And we'd love to see you guys out there too. Lee says, I bought a pound of pumpkin spice and maple pecan coffee to make it home. Started with the maple pecan. I can't bring myself to pumpkin spice. Lee, I need to, is it Starbucks beans? Where do you buy it? I have a coffee machine that will shred the beans. Where do I get that? I didn't know you could buy coffee that was pumpkin spice. I'm going to have to check that out. I like that idea. Alma says, I enjoy everything fall except pumpkin spice. What? How can you not? We found one person that doesn't like pumpkin spice. I love it. Alma says, tracking where my leads were coming from was 100% essential since I know where to double down on content marketing. Alma, that's such a good point because Alma just went through our Careers on Vacation program. She is already an amazing travel agent, you guys. And one of the things that we worked with her on was understanding, yes, you have leads, but how do you track it and make good decisions? Because if one lead is bringing you the right type of clients and you're able to monetize, put more money in that marketing effort, right? That's how your KPIs, your key performance indicators can be so powerful and it can cause you to not waste a bunch of money, right? That's the biggest thing is if you have, let's say I just started with a $50 marketing budget when I was brand new and that's up to, I spend thousands of dollars on marketing every month now, but I always want to spend my dollars smartly, right? If you can get 30 ideal leads for the same price as, 50 ideal leads, wouldn't you do that? The only thing that's going to help you make that decision and determine that is having good data, measuring it and tracking it properly, and then looking at the data, analyzing it to make those decisions. So kudos to Alma who's doing that in her business now. That's awesome. Jen says, are there other things we can automate besides emails and social media posts? Yeah, absolutely, Jen. You can automate almost anything in your business. Anything that's a repetitive task that you find yourself doing again and again and again, find a way to automate it. So other things outside of emails and social media posts, you should be automating your scheduling process. You should be automating your communication with clients. You can be, for those of you growing a team, you should be automating your employee processes. And anything that you find yourself doing again and again and again, figure out a way to automate it. Anytime I can find a way to automate, I'm like, there's got to be a better way to do this. My husband, I have to give him a lot of credit. He's behind the scenes. You guys, Baye doesn't like to be on video. That's not his thing. You'll see cause if you follow us over on Instagram, you'll see Baye. We were just traveling this past weekend and you'll get a peek at him. But anyway, I have to give him a lot of credit because he has a systems administration master's degree. And one of the things that he always focuses on, there's got to be a way to automate this. How do we make this better? How do we make it faster? How do we make it cleaner? How do we make it a better end user experience for our clients? And whether that be our COV clients or our travel agency clients, and then also give us our life back. We are really big on work-life balance. And automation is one of those things where when we became entrepreneurs and we left the corporate arena, we both had, really great corporate jobs. But the reason we left is we just felt like our family wasn't coming first and we wanted to put our kids first. We wanted to put our family first. So every decision we make is always based around putting our family first. Like today, I'm actually late on the live stream because my daughter is sick. So we had to run around and do some stuff this morning. We took care of our daughter first today, and that's why I'm late on the live stream. So I apologize. But we're able to build our business in a way where we can put our family first because we have automation, because we have systems, because we have processes. So hopefully that's helpful for you guys for sure. And also, if you're watching this replay later, type a CTR so I know that you caught the replay, and I'll say a little hello. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. We've had such a great time sharing content with you. We have so many great things coming this fall, and we have so many fun surprises I can't tell you yet, but keep tuning in. Make sure you're following us over on YouTube, and that's where all of our fun stuff comes out, all of our secret videos. You don't want to miss a thing over there. And don't forget to apply for Careers on Vacation if you are really thinking about growing. Get into the fall session, guys, because first quarter is busy season. If you're new to the industry, you might not know this. Busy season starts January 1st, and this is going to be the most epic busy season we have ever had in like probably a decade. So do the learning, get the systems, get the processes, do that part right now in the fall while things are a little more easy paced, right? Jumping in the middle of busy season can be a little bit tougher. So definitely have a conversation within our enrollment team and see if it's a fit for you. And guys, I will see you next week. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Bye, guys. Guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.